I think mostly it just tells me I'm doing something right. You know, I don't think that if you don't win something, you're doing something wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, and there's so many factors, I think, that go into it. I mean, if a judge is having to judge 15 beers, and you're the 15th in his list, I mean, how fair are you being judged? I mean, I think there's a lot to do with order. Personally, I love it. I think it was great. I never entered these competitions. I really never saw the value in it. But now I got a taste of it, and it's like...
Yeah, you want more?
I do. I don't know, it's kind of flattering. And again, I go back to this, and I said it before, is like, everybody looks at nobody really recognizes the South Bay as being able to do anything as far as beer culture goes, and that's changing a lot, you know, with all the beer bars opening up, and everybody's suddenly interested in beer, which is, you know, thanks for getting on.
We've been here.
It's never too late, you know. You know, we've been here all along, and you know, it brings recognition to the Bay Area, which is cool. The World Beer Cup was, you know, that, I don't know, that one kind of took my breath away. You know, to have something considered the second best in the world is sort of interesting. You know, it's sort of strange. Mm-hmm. It's funny because I refuse to go to the competitions. You know, like I don't like the pressure, you know, of it all. But so when I found out about the silver, you know, the World Beer Cup medal, I was at the Nagley Park Garage with Lewis, and Steve Donahue called me again, like he did the first time with the GABF medal, and you know, he calls you some awful names, which is a term of endearment, so that was pretty cool. You know, I found the recipe to winning medals. Don't go, and be in the process of getting food. So last time with the GABF, I was on my way to get burritos, and you know, I was at Nagley Park Garage. So that's kind of my new recipe for. It's basically easy. Yeah. You know, if you just follow those two steps, it's like anybody can be a winner.
That's awesome.
Oh, it's getting huge. Yeah, it's getting huge. I mean, you know, if you consider like the Monterey Bay, all those breweries too, as part of this general area. I mean, there's breweries opening up all over the place in Santa Cruz, you know, and there's gigantic interest. Yeah. Basically, a brewery is opening every day in this country. Yeah. The industry grew 18% by volume this year. I mean, I don't know of any other industry.
And
that
overall
did that.
Beer sales is down.
Yeah. It's amazing, you know, and. You know, and we're part of that. I mean, we have a huge population that's drinking beer. We have a great bottle shop across the street. I see people drinking all kinds of great stuff there. You know, you got Liquid Bread down the street, and they have a great beer selection. And I think it's also coinciding with the general food movement too. I think they're working together. Like, I mean, you don't eat great food and really well handcrafted food and drink, you know, crappy beer. I think they finally figured out that, you know, beer and food go together, beer and wine go together. They're more interested in locally sustainable products, and so that it's just carrying into the beer industry. I think it's harder to find a place that doesn't serve good beer, whether it's the bigger guys like Sierra Nevada and Lagunitas and you know, all those guys, which are still amazing and delicious, and I will drink everything that they make because they're always amazing, and Anchor, and you know, I think it's much harder to find a place that doesn't serve great beer now, you know, than it is to find a good beer. You know what I think? I think Drake's is doing a really great job. I think Hermitage is doing a great job with their single hop series. It's really actually I don't know how they get access to all these hops, but you know, there's hops that are coming out that they get access to, and they brew these wonderful IPAs with just that single hop, and it really gives you a lesson in what this hop variety is about. Yeah. Their Belmo, did you have the Belmo?
Not yet.
It's amazing.
It was a while ago.
It's like a watermelon bomb.
I'm looking for their Mosaic.
Yeah, the Mosaic was great. I just had one of those, and then the Mandarina Bavaria.
Yeah.
It's like tangerines. So like, these are hops I can't get access to, you know,
Yeah.
Fritz Maytag. I mean, all the originals.
Yeah.
Fritz Maytag,
Yeah.
you know, and Grossman.
Yeah.
And, you know, all the guys who did it from their bedroom to the garage to the, you know, to the warehouse. All that stuff is pretty inspiring,
Yeah.
you know. And I think anybody actually, I take inspiration from everybody who's building their own brewery. Because I'm not a businessman, but I would love to open my own brewery. Investors wanted. Definitely Steve Donahue. Dan Satterthwaite. Just it's such an interesting little community that everybody, you know, when you just talk, and like I'm not afraid to ask questions. I've been brewing for 15 years or something, and there's still, you know, questions that you kind of tend to overthink certain things, and then the answers are so simple that you're like, oh shit, I'm thinking about it over here. And so that, and you know, you need all those guys to ground you, you know, like to go, hey, it's just this, like, oh, you know. I love hockey.
Yeah.
It's weird. I think I'm displaced Canuck inside of a Californian's body. You know, I just grew up loving hockey. My dad had me skating really early, playing hockey as a kid. But there was no infrastructure back then. There was no Sharks. There was no play it again sports. And I played goal. And you know, as you grow out of gear, it gets pretty darn expensive when there's no used system network, you know, of used gear. I love punk rock, speed metal. I love shows. I love my dog, my wife. Because I'm so photogenic.
You are, man.
Right.